You're watching CES Live, powered by Ustream.tv, the most powerful way to stream live video, and by UTech, makers of the TriCaster family of broadcast and streaming systems. And now, CES Live.
Hey guys, welcome back. We've got continuing coverage of CES 2015 here. I'm super excited. I'm John P.
And I am Derek Kessler.
Derek, we've got our friends from Ford here in the house today.
Awesome.
So you guys, welcome Jim. Jim, you are the Director of Research for Electrical and Electronic Systems.
And that means basically anything related to the car, to connectivity and infotainment systems. I'm in research. It means that I'm looking up front. I'm trying to look for the next innovations, and that's why it's good to be here at CES. We also have our exhibit as well too, and we had a keynote speech earlier this week with Mark Fields, our CEO, talking about the future of mobility. So it's been a really exciting week. I'm getting kind of tired.
Yeah.
Good thing it ends at 4 o'clock. I think we need some rest.
That is true, we do. Now, I have been waiting to talk to you because I am a huge customer of yours, believe it or not.
Thanks. Thank you for that.
In fact, I'm going to challenge you. I figure nobody would know this better than you, being a Ford man. I own 3 Ford plug-in hybrid electrics.
3?
I own 3. Do you know anyone, have you heard of anyone else who owns 3 in one household?
I don't know. I don't know. There may be some out there,
There
but
may
I
be
don't
a
know.
few, but not a lot.
So C-Max,
I have
Fusion?
2 C-Maxes and 1 Fusion.
You're
Wow.
kind of crazy, and I like it.
Kind
Hey,
of?
that's great.
Yeah.
He's environmentally responsible.
Yeah,
Look
so
at that.
we've got a lot of plug-ins.
Yeah.
So
you plug them on all of them in at the same time?
we do.
Really? You have it up on the...
We do. We built out our garage at
Yeah.
home. We expanded our garage. We had a lot of capacity.
Okay.
So I have 3 charging stations. They're all plugged in when they're at home.
And they didn't have to route a new line to your house?
We did. Yeah, we did.
All right.
We had to.
He is really committed.
Yeah.
He is
You would not
committed.
believe. But also, our house is green.
Yes.
We have 10 kilowatts worth of solar
really?
array on the top.
Oh, that's
We've
perfect.
got all kinds of stuff like that. And we happen to own our building that we do, our stuff out of, and so
Yeah.
we put a charging station there.
Great.
So when I'm at home, I charge. When I'm
Yeah.
at work, I can plug in, and of course, so. Being I'm a huge Ford customer, I am very interested in where we're going with all of the electrical systems. And
Sure.
so I drive the Fusion. It's the Platinum Edition, I've got every gadget. I love the fact that I can take my hand off the wheel and not pay attention, and it'll drive itself down the road. Even though I know you wouldn't tell me to do that.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Angry at
minute.
you for doing
Those
that.
are driver assistance
Oh,
features.
is that what it is?
Assistance.
Oh,
Make you a better
assistance.
driver.
Right,
Oh,
yeah. No, actually, I did test that, though,
Yeah.
on the highway once or twice where, I put the cruise control on, and it was a nice, clear highway.
Yeah.
No, I kept my hands nearby.
Yeah.
But,
when that little symbol comes up, if you leave your hands off for too long,
it
right?
tells you. It's like,
Get
put
your
your
hands
hands on
behind
the
the
wheel.
wheel.
But it's interesting because the car is smart enough that I just held my hand over it, and even on kind of a curvy, long, straight Texas highway, it drove itself, it steered itself, and it's got cruise control and all that. These cars are really getting smart.
Yeah. Well, let me make it first absolutely.
Nobody
we do
should
not
ever do
recommend
that.
that.
Nobody
Please
should
do
do
not.
that. Yes,
That's
don't
not-
do it. Bad John. Bad
not,
John.
not
But
yet.
I test these things. So,
But cars are getting a lot smarter, a lot more sensors. The key sensors in there are, you're talking about lane departure warning, so it's looking for the lane markers.
Right.
It sounds like you're in Texas.
in Texas,
And you
right.
got nice sunny days,
Yes.
a lot of sunny days, so those
And
lanes are marked really well.
They are.
I'm from the Detroit area. They're suffering with some snow right now.
Yeah.
And,
They can't quite see it
It's
as
hard
much.
to see the road,
Yeah.
nevertheless, the lanes. But cameras looking forward to see that. We have forward collision
sensors
warning
all
system
around.
with radar, forward-looking radar that's sensing the distance, and in the adaptive cruise control keeps you at a given distance. We have radar that looks out the back of the vehicle, so you can look in the blind spots, and you got those. My wife calls them the little yellow dots.
Yeah, the little dots.
Yeah, tell you that don't change lanes because there's something in that lane. So yeah, there's sensors all around the vehicle, and those sensors are what are really enabling a lot of these new features. The combination of those sensors and software. Software is a key enabler as well too. So, and that's really where the future is going.
Now, we've also got all the technology in the car that
Yes.
keeps me entertained and keeps me,
Mhm.
you know, in touch with what I
Right.
want, with the sync system and all
Right.
that. Where are we going with all that?
In fact, we just introduced just last month, and hands-on, first time hands-on here at CES, is our Sync 3 system. Sync 3 is the latest and greatest platform for sync, meaning using the latest and greatest technology we have available to us to make it faster. We've improved on the graphics and the human-machine interface. You'll notice that the buttons are larger and the way we've organized and so on. So it's an upgrade improvement in the system overall, taking advantage of some of the technology we have available today. In addition, it is loaded with AppLink, which is our device connect technology that allows you to access applications that are on your phone, Stitcher, Pandora, Slacker, NPR One, and so on, and through voice commands and touchscreen commands, control those applications that are running on your phone.
Nice.
So-
Nice. I noticed that Sync 3 is visually very different from the previous iterations of Sync. How did customer feedback contribute to that sort of redesign?
Very much, very important. In a vehicle, the larger targets, you know, where you push are really important. And so a rearrangement of that was really important feedback. You know, there's some things that we retained as well too. Color is a good differentiator as well too. So on the Ford versions, you retain those colors for the different modes of phone versus entertainment versus navigation and so on, versus climate control. So that really contributed a lot to the feedback we had from the customers really contributed a lot to how we've arranged the buttons, the size of the buttons, how we reduce the amount of clutter so it's easier to find what you want.
Now, are we going to start seeing the new interface only appearing in the new vehicles? Are we going to see our older models, like my car's a 2013, you know, is it going to be kind of quote upgraded? Is there going to be a firmware upgrade and one day I'm going to walk up and, you know, it's going to look different, or is it available to me, or how is that going to work?
The new human-machine interface is part of Sync 3. And Sync 3, as I mentioned, is a new platform, so there's new hardware and a new system system architecture. So that new interface is only available on Sync 3.
So that'll be on the new coming. So is that
right.
going to be on the 2015s, or where are we going to start seeing it?
We'll see it later this year. It'll be launched later this year on the 2016 model year.
On the 2016 model year. Okay, cool. Any other incremental technological improvements we're looking at seeing in Ford vehicles?
Well, one of the things with the Sync 3 system is the ability to do over-the-air software updates. So either through your connected phone or through a Wi-Fi connection, say back to your house, you'll be able to upgrade the software. Now previously it was, and you've probably done this, a USB connection and so on. Now we'll be able to transfer the bits and bytes over Wi-Fi or through your phone.
That's cool.
Excellent.
Now, I don't know the answer to this question, so hopefully it's not, hopefully it's not negative. I don't think it is, but since I have one of the cars that's like super smart with all the electrical everything, I've got all those gadgets and goodies. Are we going to be able to see Sync 3 in a wide range of models? I mean, like, is it in the new F-150? Is it going to be in the lower end Ford models? Is it available everywhere?
So we haven't announced yet which models it's going to launch on later this year.
Okay.
But it will spread across all the entire vehicle line, first here in North America and then future across the globe. So we continue to launch My Ford Touch and Sync 2 in Europe right now. Very important to us to continue launching Sync 2 in Europe, and then after that we'll see Sync 3 start to take hold.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Well, I think that even the folks who have the lower end models love the infotainment and the ease and convenience features and all that stuff, so it'll be good.
Well, you know, voice recognition is really important to reduce driver distraction. And the Sync 3 system improves on the voice recognition as well too, making it a little bit easier to be more conversational in some of the interactions with the vehicle, so.
Cool.
Excellent. Now, Sync 3, if I remember correctly, you changed to using a QNX in the background instead of using Microsoft's embedded platform. What prompted the change for that sort of complete overhaul behind it?
It was just a change in strategy. Microsoft still remains a very important partner with us and is doing a lot of work that you'll hear about sometime in the future with us, but Microsoft is really important. But the QNX platform, in some of the sourcing changes we made, was the right platform to work with the hardware changes we made and some of the features we wanted to create.
Excellent.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for all the updates on Ford stuff. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in and staying tuned to all our continuing coverage here at CES 2015. I'm John P.
And I'm Derek.
And we'll be back soon.